Hello class, my name is Mario and my presentation is on the immigrants, the diaries of the immigrants that I chose for my presentation, my project. Okay, first of all, the definition of freedom was first lived through the progression of immigration. The freedom is what gave the need to become an American. As each individual as well as their family stormed through the process of migration and becoming a citizen, many stories were told um, by those who lived through the process of good and bad. One of the first articles I found was a diary of a German, Michael Friedrich Radke. Okay, in 1848, Michael Radke's diary was in the possession of Judith Radke Craig and her family. They eventually had it translated, and it was posted in 1982. It gave a new meaning to the lives of immigrants, seen through the eyes of Michael Radke. Michael Radke was the son of a German farmer. In his diary, he wrote about the strength that he gained from being raised by a farmer, as well as the tools that he gained from watching his father, Okay, Michael Radke also wrote about the many marriages and children, as well as their deaths. As he shares his words of fighting through several trials of survival, he then wrote about traveling along the steamboat and being a survivor on the land of the free. The second article I chose was actually a letter written to the London Times, by an Irish immigrant in 1850. His escape or refuge was merely a flight away from the Irish famine. In his letter, he dismisses his arrival to America, as well as adds his name in the letter. It may be on account of his prestige. Might I add, only speculation. In the beginning of the letter, he writes of purchasing 120 acres of land at $5 an acre. Okay. The third article I chose was another diary post the only difference was in age. The diary post belonged to a 13-year-old girl, Jewish girl that is, Mary Antin of the Russian Empire. In 1894, she states she left home for the Promised Land. Being a young Jewish girl, Mary Antin's living conditions were harsh, as well as going through the poverty, as well as being poverty-stricken. Making it day to day, Mary and her family stuck in through the starvation with the hopes of the return of her family, of her father, who immigrated to Boston in 1892. Okay, on the fourth diary post I found was another 13-year-old girl, Sadie Frown. Sadie Frown was from Poland. In her diary, she wrote about how she immigrated to America with her mother following the death of her father. Okay, in Sadie's diary, she talks about the transition to becoming an American, where she is now getting paid for the work she does. The similarity in all the posts was escape in hopes of the new beginning. The name America, or the name American, was then a connotation of strength and freedom. Freedom of becoming American. Through all the posts I've read, as well as the classwork, the definition of an American, or just even the name of freedom, it seems like a spell, like who is in control, not in control, but who gives a name to an American? Is it the way we live, or is it just being born? It's in our birth certificate. I'm an American. You know what? I'm an American also, but I was born in America, but do I have the rights or the freedoms as an American, or as is promised as an American? Well, that's going to be my debate in my paper, What is an American? My immigrants came to America to become American, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yes.